I don't feel anything. Ah, what the hell did I do that for? Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm redoing the first of this video because it turned out a little bit differently than I originally anticipated. So, had a problem that you're going to see here in a second, and that is that my washer nozzles on my F-150 were barely squirting anything out. I've had that happen before, and it was the washer nozzles. So that was naturally my first instinct was to take care of those washer nozzles and replace them. Turns out that was not it. Turns out the washer pump was kind of weak, and that was my problem. But since I replaced those washer nozzles, I'm going to leave them, and I'm also going to leave that part of the video in just so you guys can see it. But I just wanted to start this video out and just say that was not my problem. Stay tuned towards the end of the video when I replace the pump. So let's show you what's going on. These wipers, they got a weak prostate. We're not even getting up here. If you look, it's not hitting up here at all. It's all going right there. Okay, these fellers go right up in here in this little cavity. So we'll first go ahead and pull the hose off. Do the same over here. Okay, like that. Alright, so now if you look up in here, there are some tabs on this thing. And I don't know how. Can I get this in there? You guys looking from the side? Basically, we got to push those tabs and then it pushes right out over here. So those are the tabs we're pushing right there. There's also a little gasket on here that we're going to be replacing as well. We're just getting in here and pinching on those while also pushing outward. Okay, we got those old ones out of there, and we're going to be putting in these Dormans. Okay, so this is the part number for these, 47252. We're going to cut both these open. Okay, then all we got to do, come over here, push that straight down in. Do the same on this side. These also come with a new rubber gasket right there. Get this going here. Okay. Then all we got to do is come back over here, push that filler right like that. Okay. Alright. I hope that's all we gotta do now. It still seems low. We're gonna see if we got a leak some down there. what I'm going to do is go ahead and just unplug these real quick. I'm going to let it run for a second without. Maybe there's something in the lines. Seems like we got decent flow, but hell, what do I know? Well, maybe that pump's taking a poo-poo. Video continues, I guess. I went in, did a little research on parts availability, and I kind of dozed off. Anyway, AutoZone has one of these in stock, the pump. And however, it's the wrong connector, I think. So I'm gonna have to be forced into buying a connector, or I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I'm gonna take this thing out and I'm gonna gamble, because where the pump goes into the reservoir, there's a little rubber thing that's got holes in it, and it kind of is supposed to act as a filter. And I'm wondering if maybe that is just plugged up and that's our whole problem. So in order to do that and not make a huge mess, we're gonna remove this whole reservoir, and we do that by removing that bolt down there. Oh, come on. Right there. And there, if you turn this a little bit, there's another one right. It's down in that clear thing right there, yellowish clear. There's one in there. There is one right here as well. So we're gonna hurry and lop these things out of here. Now I just need to take this jack handle deal out of here. Okay. Ah, the bolt went down there. Okay, so we need to tip this like so, because when you pull this nozzle or this hose, it's gonna leak. But first we're gonna pull this. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna spin this like so. It's still the original, it says Motorcraft. Okay, I'm gonna take this over and put it on a bench of sorts. Yeah. It'll fit right there just fine. All right. So here this is. Now it's got a little rubber deal that it pushes through, and that's what I'm wondering is if that is plugged up. I'm chancing you pulling this out of here. I'm gonna get a screwdriver actually to help me out. But I'm actually chancing that thing tearing or something like that, because it is cold outside. My brain just told me to use a pick instead. Hopefully we don't tear anything. I'm gonna have to work this thing around a little bit, it looks like. Get it out. Damn. Does look like there might be some crap on it. Yeah, I do believe so. This might be our problem. Oh, guess not. Yeah, I think we must have a weak pump. Okay, well, I'm gonna go in and see if AutoZone has the correct style. So let me show you what I'm talking about. This eventually got a regular connector on it instead of these two spades, and I need to make sure we can get this style. O'Reilly does not show this style at all for 97 F-150. However, I am a former owner of a 96 Ford Ranger that uses this exact same pump. So this leads me to believe this is an oddball 97, early 97 issue, because they did change that other connector at some point. I'm gonna guess mid 97. This truck just keeps hooking me up with early 97 things. Anyway, to the point. 96 Ranger, same pump. I called O'Reilly. He said I can have one here by 5 o'clock. It's about 2 right now, 2:15. So I had to have him order that in. And unfortunately, I'm dead in the water until I have that. I don't want to put this thing back together. So what I've done, I figured, you know what? We need to make sure that we don't have a leak in this. Otherwise, I'm going to be really pissed off that I go and do all this and find out that it's the hose. So in order to do that, I've plugged this off with, just so happens I had a couple bolts sitting over there that I took out. So hopefully these are good enough to block this off. But I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use my built-in air compressor. We're just going to check and see if there's a leak. Here we go. I don't feel anything. What the hell did I do that for? Man, that's freaking gross. Well, that was the dumbest thing I've done today. Alright, the Eagle landed, guys. Got the official correct one from O'Reilly. For the record, if you have this thing, this goofy one, it's an 11518 Trico part number. This thing does come with a new grommet. Let's see if this one will just pop out now that we already worked with it. Yes, it feels like it's going to. Then we'll go ahead and push this all the way in. Okay. Now this thing installs with the spade connector, or whatever you call this deal up top. Okay. All right, put this thing back around this way again. I'm gonna first off plug in this. This is actually on a different angle, I think. All right, guys, and then we're gonna plug this in here. Man, it's cold. My fingers are not doing their job too hot tonight. Flip this around like this. Come on. Oh, we got a problem with that. Hanging up on it. I'm gonna flip this like this. There we go. I got kind of, the wire and the hose got hung up together. Come on. before. We're like right here. Now we're getting up to the top now. Thank heavens. I appreciate you guys watching another episode. Hopefully this is beneficial to you. I'm freezing my you-know-what's-its off, so I'm gonna go in the house and